This is where we're going to make the cutout. So now we're just putting the fireproof cement on the bottom. Until we've got a nice layer in here. I'm making it probably about 2 centimeters, 20 millimeters thick. Because I think.
Go.
Okay, so just carry on until that is finished. Okay, when you finish with that, put a piece of cardboard in here, close it up, and then we'll do all the sides. And we'll put that in there, and then we do the whole inside of this with the heat resistant cement, fire cement. Right, now you can see, I don't know whether you should handle this stuff or not, but anyway, I've handled enough things in my life, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so we're going to get it around. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this down the bottom first. Now, obviously, you're going to take the that former out before you fire it. It's mucky stuff. It's mucky stuff. I'm hoping to get it done with two pots of the cement, so we'll have to see how it goes. And then let's smooth it out. Okay, pause it. Okay, we would like to have had more cement, thicker, but I think this is going to work. Don't want to cost an arm and a leg. And the bucket was £6. The cement was 11 quid, £5.50 each for this good, yeah. Fire cement. They say you should heat it for 4 hours. I don't want to make a fire in it because you get muck in the thing and all. This is probably the easier way of doing it. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, so this is the final, and just to give you some idea, that's the stuff that I used. And we just lined it inside and outside, and they recommend that you fire it slowly. Obviously you don't want to be overcooking the thing, and then once it's all done, we'll do a little rundown of how it works. So there we go. Started it off down in there. Got the little scallops in here now. Now I've preheated this for about 2 hours at 50 degrees and then up to 75 degrees in the oven. It's not completely hard yet, but it'll harden as you go along. There's do it too quickly. Okay, takes very little to get it going, and you don't need. No, I can. Well, it's warm. It's warm, but it's nowhere near as blisteringly hot as it would be. And the efficiency, obviously, if you're not radiating heat out, the efficiency goes up enormously, and because you're limiting the amount of air in the system, you're also improving it from the point of view, you're not just wasting fuel once you put a pot on here, and which I will do in a bit. Okay, so here we are. We've got this one's all doing, it's done. As you can see, it's at its final stages at the moment of oxtail, and this has been going all day. Well, quite a number of hours. It's cooking up, and very slow cooking, and it's just so, yeah, you don't need much, very little, and it works extremely well. I'm very chuffed with it. So ingredients: oxtail, spices there. As you can see, there's methi seed, sumph, which is whatever it's called, I don't know its English name. And then there's star anise, there's cinnamon, there's green cardamom, and there's mustard seed. And that we will put paprika, turmeric, a little bit of ground chili, and then red pepper, onion, garlic, ginger. Right, these will all be ground together in my grinder here, which you can see has already got a bit of what I used last time in it. So that'll all be done. This will all go in the pot, and that will go on top of the cooker. So there we go. That's how you do oxtail with spice. It's not very hot, depends on how much of the chili you put in. I don't put too much in. I like it hot, but my wife does not. Alright, that's all in there now. Put this on, and then got to do that for quite a while. It makes quite a racket, so there we go. That's done now. It's ground up. And take that. Never enough room to do what you need to do yet. You can chuck that out. There it is. Right. Now in there I'm going to put a teaspoon of turmeric and 2 teaspoons, the rest of this, all that's left of this. Okay. All of that. This is a roasted paprika. And don't always have to use roasted paprika. Then I'm going to put a teaspoon of turmeric in there and a little bit of chili powder. For what I want, about half a teaspoon of ground chili. Okay, so I added the turmeric. Now we're going to mix this all together and we make our own masala. And all those little bits and bobs, it's just I don't bother taking them out, just leave them in. Now at the moment this, if you had to taste it, it's very mild. Mild, because it's just got a little bit of, the mustard seed in it, so it would, would already taste very nice indeed. So you could use it just like that if you wanted to. So I've started up the slow cooker. There it is there. You can see, it's just charcoal in there. And now I'll just put the pot on. I'll put this pot on. And in here I'll put butter and cooking oil. Because I'm putting all these spices in it, I'm not going to bother with olive oil because you don't taste the oil anyway. I'll just use sunflower oil. So about 2 tablespoons of butter and maybe a third of a cup of olive oil, of vegetable oil. Add the meat. Let that, what the Indian folks call chutney, let it chutney for a while. Let it just cook without adding water, and then you can add some water, cover it, and just let it go for 4 hours. Alright, so that's going now. I'm going to get this spice in there, all the spice in there. Alright, get that in. We're going to mix that all in, and then this is just going to simmer in here quite a while. And before we add any water, at least a half an hour, just simmering away like that. So in there we just got butter and oil, spices, and the onion and garlic and whatever. Right? So I add some veggie cube and beef stock with some boiling water later on. And we'll let, once it's chutneyed up nicely, in about 20 minutes time, we're going to add the water and then let it cook until the oxtail is almost soft. Then we're going to add the potatoes and cook it for another 4 hours, another half an hour. Okay, car going by, you can see it's chutneying nicely here. And that's what we call when it starts to chutney that like that. Alright, so now we can pour in that. I have to make sure I get it all the stock. Yeah. Okay. And just let this cook now for about 3 hours. 3 hours, and we'll have a look at it. Just make sure it doesn't run out of water.